Hello and welcome to Minukuu tutorials. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to write hashtags above your video title on YouTube. Okay, please mark my words. Like I said, above your video title. This is very important. Why am I saying above your video title is so important? Simply because when you write hashtags above your video title, they become more visible when the viewer clicks on your video, right? But when you write them, actually there are two major ways of writing hashtags. You could write your hashtags within the description, or you could write them within the video title. And one other important and good thing about writing these hashtags is that you can actually write them at any point in time, which means during the upload of the video, and also after uploading the video, you could still edit your video and write hashtags at any given point in time. Now, what is so important about writing hashtags as a YouTube content creator? This is actually a great way of helping viewers find your content. Okay, just like we use hashtags on the social media, on other social media, hashtags also help viewers find your content. Okay, so using hashtags could help you reach a larger audience, so it's important to always use hashtags as a content creator. It's unfortunate I discovered this lately, but I realized that most content creators, most of the top and popular YouTubers even use hashtags. So just to tell you how important hashtags could be. But it's not just only about writing hashtags, but how best you write them is also gonna increase your chance of benefiting from hashtags. Okay, that is it will increase your chance of increasing your YouTube visibility, or in other words, your content visibility, thanks to these hashtags, provided you write them very well. So it's very important to put them above your title. It doesn't matter, you could put them in the title, you could put them beside the title, which is what I used to do. I actually tried to figure it out. I watched several videos regarding writing hashtags above your video title, but they couldn't help me out because of something that I discovered with my channel. So I'm going to show you why you might be finding it hard to write your hashtags above your video title. You might try, normally for them to appear above the video title, you are supposed to write them within the description and they will just come up automatically. But I tried, it wasn't happening. I would write them in the description, they remain in the description, they wouldn't come up. So I finally decided that I was going to write them within the title by myself. And when I did that, I realized that the tags were just beside the video title instead of being above the video title. So if you don't want it this way, if you don't want your titles to be beside your video title, neither should they be in the description, but you want them to actually appear above your video title. After writing them, I'm going to show you how I figured it out. Okay, now having talked about the importance of hashtags, now we're going to look at quickly. This is, I guess you might have already read this, but I'll simply show you in a few seconds YouTube policies regarding writing hashtags, because you must not violate any of these policies. Should you violate them, it might result in the deletion of your video, and other consequences. So I would leave this link within the description box so that you can actually visit this particular website on YouTube Help in order to read at your free time all YouTube policies regarding hashtags. Okay, now I'm not going to go through all this. Basically what she's saying in this particular video is that hashtags actually help viewers find your content as a YouTube creator. We've already talked about this. Now, if I should scroll down, you'll find the YouTube policies regarding what? Hashtags or hashtag use policies of YouTube. Okay, so we just pick them quickly, very, very quickly. Now, concerning the writing of hashtag, you are not supposed to use spaces. Okay, I will show you how it's done. If you have a hashtag that has, let's say, a lot of characters and that has more than a word, in other words, two or more words, then you have to coin them. But every hashtag starts with hash, so you have to coin the two words. You don't write them separately. If you write them as if you are writing normal YouTube tags that we write and put spaces and then separate them by comments, it's not going to work. Here you are going to simply write the hash, and then you write the hashtag. If the hash you write the hash, and then you write whichever keyword or tag that you want to write. Now, if you have two or more tags that you want them to be together, then you have to coin them. You have to attach. You don't have to put spaces between them. That's what is meant by coining. Now, also avoid over tagging, because YouTube is saying that don't add too many tags in a single video. Now, the more tags you add to a video, the less relevant they become for viewers who are searching. So you should be precise, should be as precise as possible. Okay, just write relevant tags and don't over or hashtags, and don't overwrite hashtags. In other words, don't write hashtags that are irrelevant or not directly related to the particular video that you are posting. And that brings us to a second point. You should avoid misleading or hashtags that are not related to your content. Okay, and still on over tagging, your hashtags should not be more than 60. Should they exceed 60 hashtags for a single video, they are saying that they will ignore all hashtags on that particular video. Over tagging may also result in removal of your video from your uploads or from research or from search. So please take note. And they're also saying that you should also avoid harassment, hate speech, and sexual content, vulgar language, or non-hashtags. What are non-hashtags? While adding hashtags is allowed, adding ordinary descriptive tags or repetitive sentences in the description is still prohibited. So if you violate this policy, your video may be removed or penalized. And to read more about these policies, or about misleading metadata policies, you could click on this particular link. But like I told you, I'll just simply leave the link within the description box. If I forget, please remind me in the comment section, and I'm gonna pin this particular link for you to read and understand in details YouTube policies regarding hashtags. Now, having looked at the policies, we're going to head on to the real ish. We're going to look at how to actually write hashtags for our YouTube videos. So let me come on to my YouTube channel, and I'll show you a particular video. I will show you all my mistakes and show you how to correct them. I know it's not easy, especially as a beginner. I discovered hashtags quite recently, so I was new to it, and I figured it out, and I'm going to show you all the mistakes that I made. I'm going to show you. So let me click on my videos, and I'll show you some of the mistakes that I made. On this particular video, you would realize that the hashtags are just seen. Before you even click the video, you can see the hashtags. This is inappropriate. It's not wrong in a sense that these hashtags work. Let me show you. if I should click on this particular video as a viewer,
il existe un forfait flexible à partir de...
Sorry. Okay, after clicking on this particular video as a viewer, the hashtags are here. If I should click on it, you see that they're actually working, okay? But this is not what I wanted. I wanted the hashtags, like I told you, above the video title. Okay, let me show you the best way of writing hashtags. Okay, now also in this particular video, okay, you realize that this particular video, initially, before I click on the video, watch, before I click on the video, they were in hashtags, right? You could not see the hashtags. When I clicked on the video, the hashtags actually, you realize that the video actually contained hashtags, and they are appropriately or neatly written right above what the video title. So this is how most of the popular creators that I've seen on YouTube, this is how they write their hashtags above what the video title, you know. So I will show you how to do that. It's not just about I understand that we all know that to have the hashtags over here, it's not as if like the first case where I wrote them within the title itself, that wasn't appropriate. You have to write them in the description box, and then they'll automatically come above what the video title. However, I will show you a certain secret that might prevent or hinder your hashtags from appearing above your video title appropriately as you may see it here. So this is the best way to write it. But if you are finding it hard to have your hashtags actually placed above the video title as it is, then I'm going to help you out. So let's start afresh by writing hashtags, and I would show you the particular problem and how to fix it. Okay, so I'll pick a certain video. Let me pick a random video on my channel. I need a random video that haven't yet written hashtags on it, so that I'll show you how these things actually work. So let's click on this one and see. I made this video on paperless US tax documents. On this particular video, I made similar mistake. I wrote the hashtags beside the title, within the title box, but that's not important to me. I want a video that has no hashtags at all, so that will show you the peculiar problem. I want a video. Maybe I should check on my old content. Let me click on this particular video and see. I hope it has no hashtags. Perfect. Okay, so this particular video that I made a few months ago has no hashtags at all, so we're going to use this particular video as an example, and I'll show you the proper way of writing the hashtags. Okay, now as you can see, this particular video, to write the hashtags, you simply click on edit video right here. Click on edit video, okay. This is actually writing hashtags for an already uploaded video. Meanwhile, during the video upload process, I could have written these hashtags, you know. Okay, now that I've come to normally, if you want the hashtags to be placed above your video title, okay, you are not going to, like, for example, if I should put the cursor here and press enter, it's not as if it's not gonna go down for you to write your hashtags above. It doesn't work that way, you know. It doesn't work that way, so you cannot write. So what I used to do was that instead, let me show you. Instead, you are supposed to write the hashtags within the description. Right underneath the description, you write the hashtags, and automatically the hashtags would come up here. But there is a hidden secret, that if that secret is not corrected, when you write your hashtags below here, it will not work. Let me show you an example. So this particular video, let's try. So I'll simply go down within the description box. let me go down and write our hashtags. So since the video is about, I'll first of all put hashtag my name, or the name of my YouTube channel, Minukuu Tutorials. So I'll just say hashtag. So like I told you, in writing hashtags, if your hashtag contains more than a word, in other words 2 or more words, you don't use space, you coin them. And every hashtag starts with what? Hash. That's why we call it hashtag. So I'll start with hash, and my first hashtag is Minukuu Tutorials. So Minukuu Tutorials is actually what? A compound word. So let me put it that way. It contains 2 separate words. So Minukuu. Okay, so I'll write Minukuu, and then tutorials. That's actually the name of my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna press the space key. No, this is forbidden. If you want to write a hashtag, when you press the space key, then only Minukuu becomes what? A hashtag, and whatever that you write after Minukuu will not be a tag. So you make sure there's no space. You write Minukuu, and then you write tutorials. So this is my YouTube channel name, Minukuu Tutorials. This is perfect. Okay, this is a perfect hashtag. Now the video is about Excel, so I might want to also write Excel as what? A hashtag. So I'll write, you have, like they said, you could put as up to, let's say you have up to 60, right? But they are saying usually if you exceed, you should not even try reaching 60 hashtags. They are saying if you should exceed 60 hashtags, they are either going to remove your video from YouTube, or they are not going to, the effect of the hashtag will not be applied to your videos. So I advise you to limit it to 3 hashtags. So because even if you put a lot of hashtags within the description, only 3 of them would appear above the title. And the appearance of these hashtags, the 3 hashtags, or it's not in it doesn't matter. You could put just 1 and it will appear above the title. If you put 2, all the 2 will appear above the title. If you put 3, all the 3 would appear. If you put more than 3, only 3 will appear above the title. Okay, if you want, we can try that. And like I told you, there is a certain secret. In case you write less, you've respected the number of hashtags, you've written 1 or 2 or 3, yet, or even more, yet none of them is appearing above the title. I'm going to show you that secret quickly. So the first hashtag I've written is Minukuu Tutorials. The second hashtag is Excel. If you want, let's add another hashtag, and I'll put regression as another hashtag. Regression. We could write more, but I would limit it to 3. To me, it's okay. 3. These 3 are okay. Okay. Now, let's click on save. Okay. Now, after saving my video, let's try to open this particular video and see what happens. So I could just click on this link and it will open the video if I don't want to go back to my channel. So let's click on this link. Okay, so the video has just been opened. However, the hashtags that we wrote are nowhere to be found. They are nowhere to be found here. Okay, sorry. So you realize that we just wrote the hashtags within the description, but none of them appeared here. They were supposed to be here, as I showed you earlier on. What prevented these hashtags from appearing above the title? That's weird. We did not exceed 3 hashtags. We could have even exceeded 3. The limit is 60, you know, but under normal circumstance, 3 of these hashtags were supposed to appear here. Why didn't they appear? It's simply because I added a video location. When I was uploading this video, I added a video location. So the video location, which is France, has taken the place of the hashtags. So the hashtags are actually there. If I should click on show more, you realize that my hashtags are beneath here. They are here below the description, but they cannot appear here simply because what? They cannot appear within above the title because the location that I've added has taken the place of what? The hashtags. Now to correct this problem, let's turn off the video location. So anytime you have to write hashtags and you want the hashtags to be positioned, so these hashtags are actually working. Okay, let's click on one of them. If I should click on Minukuu tutorials, it works. There's nothing wrong. But if you want them to
welcome to Minukuu tutorials.
If I should click on the second one too, let's click on the second one, Excel, and you see it actually shows you other videos, Excel related videos, content. Okay, now let's go back and click on the other one. So it's just
welcome
to tell you that
Minukuu tutorials.
Sorry.
In today's tutorial, we're going to look at.
So it's just to tell you that these hashtags are actually working. There's nothing wrong, but we want them to be placed neatly above what? The video title, so that they can easily be seen. And that's more professional, and that's what most popular content creators do. So let's press on regression 2 and see what happens. It also brings us, so they are working perfectly, but not as I expected.
Welcome to Minukuu tutorial.
Now, how do we properly write these hashtags to ensure that they appear here? If I repeat again, if you have added video location, provided you want these hashtags to appear above the title, then you have to turn off the video location so as to allow the video titles, the hashtags to come and take the place of what? Your video location. So you realize that the other video that I showed you earlier on had no video location. That's why the hashtags appeared. It's as simple as that. So let me show you how we can turn off your video location in case you have added a video location. That's why your hashtags remain in the description and they cannot come up here. Another way that I thought, that's what I did was that, for instance, let me click on edit. So initially, this is how I got lost. Okay, when I realized that the hashtags were not coming up, I decided to write them above. So I simply cut this one here. So I simply cut these hashtags, okay, and brought them here and just came and pasted it here. I thought pasting it here means that, okay, it was going to come above, and it didn't work that way. So if I should paste it here and click on save. Now, if we should open this video,
I need to find the best way to learn math and science.
Sorry. Now, if we should open this video, you realize that the hashtags are just beside the title, but not neatly placed above the title. So it's still not working as I expected. They are working, all right. They are still active. They are working, but they are not neatly placed above the title. But the purpose of this tutorial is to show you how you can write your hashtags and ensure that they are actually placed above the title. So if they are to be placed above the title, they must take the place of your video location. So I have to turn off my video location. So let's do that, and I write them in the description. They'll automatically take the place above the title. So let's edit the video again. Now in order not to waste our time rewriting, I'll just cut it again and put it in the description. Okay, so we're going to write our hashtags in the description. That's what we are supposed to do under normal circumstance. So you just put it in the description and they will automatically go up there. Okay, but now before they can go up, like I told you, we must turn off we must turn off the video location. So to turn off the video location, let me show you. Simply scroll down and come and click on show more. Now scroll down again scroll down, and now we have over here video location. So let me simply erase the video location. Okay, if I should erase the video location, so after erasing the video location, make sure you don't write video location. If not, the video location will take the place of the hashtags, and when you write your hashtags within the description, the hashtags would only remain in the description and they cannot go up there. So after erasing the video location, you can now come and write your hashtags. Never within, if you want them to be placed, if you want them to be placed above the title, then don't write them in the title. Else, if you write them in the title like I showed you, they'll just be beside but not above. So you make sure your video, you turn off the video location. Don't put video location as I've shown you. We just remove the video location. Okay, remove the video location. Now after removing the video location, we're going to write our hashtags within the description. I've already pasted it here. So we have hashtag Minukuu tutorials, hashtag regression, hashtag Excel. Now let's save and see what happens. I've just saved it. If I should open this video, you realize that the hashtags would be neatly placed above what the video title. You see it? Now we have Minukuu tutorials, Excel, regression placed above what the video title.